So close. So close today.
Yeah, yeah.
I must be very proud of everyone.
I'm delighted with the team's performance and just character and the way that we've gone about the game today. I think we've been in the lead for 70 minutes of the game, and look, it's away from home. It's a tough place to come. It's a great team, the holders of the FA Cup, and so it was a tough challenge. But I think we showed ourselves in really good account, and I think everybody put a shift in. The players that came on tried to impact the game, and it took them to 101 minutes to get ahead of us. And so so it's disappointing, of course it is, but so many positives to take out of the game.
You were sure it was a league game then?
Yeah, 100%. Yep, I'll definitely get ready to steal a point off them at least the next time round.
They're notoriously poor after long breaks, their performances. So was that something you factored in today, that you knew perhaps maybe they weren't going to be on top form today?
I think all we can really focus on is us, if I'm honest. You never know what the other team's going to do, going to turn. You can plan and prepare, and obviously we do all of the detail associated to that. But at the end of the day, how we cross over the white line and how they cross over the white line, you can only do what we can do. So we prepared with the new players that had come in. We were obviously trying to evolve the way that we're playing, and we felt there was areas that we could exploit. And I thought we targeted that and got some opportunities from that. And look, you always expect them to have more possession at the moment where we are and where they are, and you always expect them to get shooting opportunities. But I don't think at any point we really panicked in that, and that's important because you're going to face a few. So you have to be able to absorb that and not let it influence your mindset and the way that you want to go about the game. And that's one of the things that I'm the most proud of the players of today, because I didn't think we worried when we had a spell where we had to deal with a few corners and a few shooting opportunities and things like that. We just dealt with it, and it was no nonsense. And then we tried to get ourselves back into the game after that point, and that's the sign of a good team, and we're progressing, and that's really important.
I was going to say about your progression, because previous situations of the club, that would have been a 5-0 defeat, wouldn't it? This time, maybe last year or the year before. This shows progress that the club itself has made.
Yeah, I think it's easy to look at results, right, and just think where we are in the league in that sort of situation. But performance-wise, the way that the players have moved forward, and obviously what you can see we're trying to do in terms of developing the squad, is significant. As a football club, we're not here to be passengers on the bus. We're here to make sure that we're giving a really good account of ourselves as a team. And that does take a little bit of time, and understandably, everybody wants to see that overnight. But it takes a little bit of time. But with the experience that's been brought in, the leadership capabilities of those players, that will make a huge difference to help our young potential players to also start to improve. And it's just getting the balance of that right. And we'll keep improving without a shadow of a doubt. And as I say, I think that performance kind of shows that we're doing that.
Is it flattering or distracting to be linked to the impending vacancy here at Chelsea?
I think it's just one of those things that they've said that they want a female coach, so I think lots of people get attached to that. But of course, look, at the end of the day, the team it's a champions team that's in Champions League and all those things. And I think for me, my focus is here at West Ham, and obviously I'm trying to do the best job I can here. And that's the most important thing to me is to move that team forward.
I suspect that Chelsea are looking for someone with a European dimension in terms of experience.
I would imagine so. Based on where they are, yeah.
You must be delighted with you got from Gorry for 70 minutes.
I think I know what she's about. We've had lots of conversations, Katrina and I, throughout the course of the last few months and whatnot, and over the summer. But she fits into the style of play that we're trying to achieve. Her work ethic, her tenacity. She also loves the other side of the game, which we wanted a little bit more solidity with as well. And she's obviously, finished playing just after the international break. So she's then moved countries. She's been back to Australia. There's been a lot going on. And obviously she has a family to consider. So actually to come into today's game and be able to deliver what she's delivered today, given that we're trying to settle things down for a little bit, just shows how much of a professional she is, quite frankly, and bigger things to come for sure. Mhm.
Overall, are you more or less happy with the way she adapted herself to the
Yeah, I think it's very different, and so it does take a little bit of time. I think when she first came over, I think she was flying so enthusiastic, really, really keen, and week in week out, the physical battles are quite tough in this league, and every week you face different challenges tactically. But I'm really pleased with the direction of travel for her. I think she's continuing to get into good goal scoring situations. She helps us tremendously when we play into the forward line to link up with other players. She's very bright in possession, and out of possession, she's prepared to work really hard and picks great moments to press as well. She catches people out at really good times, and I think just in terms of how she fits into the team, she's worked really hard to learn English as well, really quick, and she's teaching a lot of the team Japanese as well. Although their counting skills are about as good as it gets at the moment, to be honest. But I think just her character's superb, so she's fit into the team really, really well. And again, she's another one that's a part of our long-term plans, because I never expect, when you've come from a different nation who culturally play football slightly differently, to be at their absolute best for the first full season. You want to try and move them in that direction, but it does take a little bit of time. But she's adapted brilliantly, and I think she's another one that's just positive things to come.
Any other questions?
I thought Vivian had an excellent game. She was really threatening and worrying the Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, Vivi's sharpness in these last 2 weeks, it's like she's been desperate, that she's been away and she's had a good break and things like that. But you can tell she wants to win, she wants to do well for the team, and I think the break's done her the world of good, because she's come in and she's looked really sharp in training. I actually said to her when we came off the warm-up, she looked superb in the warm-up as well, so it's carried over from training in terms of her preparation into today. And I said to her, "You've been so sharp, you look superb, today's the day for you." And I thought she took her finish really, really well. And I think she had obviously created other opportunities as well. And then the one at the end just shows where they're at when, we're in the 120th minute, and she sprinted 60 yards to get on the end of a cross from Emma Harries that narrowly goes wide. And I know it wouldn't have won us the game, but it's the intent and the desire from the players, and Vivi in that instance that I think is some real positives to work with. It's great to work with them.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.